Disenchantment Part 4 is out now on Netflix, and we continue the crazy adventure, of course, involving Bean, Lucy, and Elfo. As with previous parts of Disenchantment, Part 4 is no different, with some crazy reveals, twist, and an ending that will have a lot of fans talking. Hi, I'm Chainsaw Reacts. This is my Disenchantment Part 4 video discussing some of the spoilers and what I think will happen past this point if we get more episodes, because at this point we don't have any confirmation just yet that we're getting more episodes after Part 4. Before we get into spoilers, I do have my non-spoiler review for Part 4. It will be linked in the description or in the pinned comment by me. Let's get into spoilers. If you haven't seen Part 4 of Disenchantment, click away now. You have been warned. The first big spoiler comes in episode 1 of Part 4, which is Bean is to be married to the devil, Satan. And of course, this does not happen, but I think it was a pretty crazy reveal because it was kind of hinted, of course, at the end of Part 3, but then diving right into Part 4 and just going, oh, by the way, this is what's happening. And of course, her mother, Dagmar, is there to basically lead her down the aisle. After this reveal, I was expecting Satan to be more involved with Part 4, and he barely showed up, which was a disappointment, but I think they're setting him up for future parts if we get them. What I like is that they didn't waste any time, because right after this crazy reveal and all these things going on in terms of Bean, we find out who Elfo's mother is. There have been a lot of theories in terms of who Elfo's mother is, because we've really never knew the answer. There's a lot of theories and speculation, but now we know concrete for sure his mother's an ogre. It was kind of a crazy reveal, but at this point, I'm not too surprised because this show likes to throw crazy twists, crazy reveals, and there's one later in terms of King Zog that makes me go, at this point, this show can do anything, and we'll accept it because that's how they've set up the world of Dreamland and even beyond that. They've just done so many crazy things that it's not too surprising that, oh yeah, Elfo's mom, ogre, makes sense. Jumping into King Zog, it is revealed that he has another son, but this is Disenchantment. So in Disenchantment fashion, of course, it's a little bear cub. It's a half bear, half human, but it looks just like a bear, acts like him, and it's just over the top. But at the same time, like I mentioned earlier, this is Disenchantment, so the show is going to do anything and everything, and we have to just accept it. What I like most about the reveal is that he actually was trying to be a decent father, because throughout Disenchantment, the show leading up to this point to Part 4, and even within Part 4, he's been a failure in a sense of being a dad to Bean and Derek, and he's owned up to that. But now he has an opportunity to try to be a father to another son, a bear, but still he's trying his best, and I felt like that was really important for Zog, because he's been through a lot throughout this show. So for him to have another chance to be a father and trying to improve on being a father, I think was a nice touch to the show. Jumping into probably the biggest reveal of Disenchantment Part 4 is that there is a good Bean and a bad Bean. There are two of them. And I thought this was a great way to kind of start wrapping up Part 4. I wasn't sure where it was going to go in terms of having two different Beans, and of course Evil Bean taking over and trying to hide good Bean away, and of course they find a way to bring her out of the mirror, basically the world that she was stuck in, basically through the mirror, and then having them to kind of fight each other. And then we think this is pretty much it, but oh no, this is definitely not it. Who decides to show up? Queen Dagmar, Bean's mother, with Satan. And there are just so many things happening in these last few moments. Evil Bean is dead, presumably. Good Bean is knocked off. She reunites with her long lost love. And then we see Queen Dagmar holding the head of Evil Bean saying, I can work with this. And then it cuts. I've already seen fans online getting really upset that the ending of Part 4 ends with Bean, good Bean, and Mora kissing at the end, and then of course cutting to Queen Dagmar and everything. But it's like, really, that's how you end Part 4? Because they're assuming they're going to get a continuation in terms of a Part 5 and a Part 6, 20 more episodes. But it is frustrating. It would feel better if they had already announced we're getting more episodes, but as of right now, we don't know what's happening. Where does the show go from here? I feel that this pretty much solidifies, at least in my opinion, that Mora and Bean are going to probably end up being together. I feel like they've been teasing this for quite some time, and it just feels like they're really setting it up to be, that is Bean's relationship, that's who she's going to end up being with. And for Evil Bean and everything, and Queen Dagmar and her plans and everything, and her being married to Satan, I feel like that's just going to tie into an overall crazy narrative about who is ruling Dreamland, and is Evil Bean going to try to take over Good Bean's place and everything and trying to trick everybody, because that's what they were attempting to do within episode 10 of part 4. But now I feel like Queen Dagmar is going to basically revive Evil Bean and try to use her to do her bidding, to do what she wants her to do, because she's tried for the longest time to control her daughter, and now that she has an evil version essentially to, as she says, work with, I can work with this, pretty much implies that she's going to finally get what she wants and the whole purpose of Bean and what she wants to do with her daughter. There's just so many things going on with this. It's really crazy, and this is what I love so much about the show, is because there's so much story that they're adding to this show when it could just be a silly little comedy show. That's what it could be, but they've done so much with it that I'm impressed and surprised by this show. So that's pretty much what I have in terms of what I think is going to happen past this point, because this show loves to throw a twist. So any theory or idea that I may have in terms of where part 5 potentially could go is probably going to be wrong most of the time. That's my little video. I just wanted to talk briefly about a couple of these things. I'm curious to know what you guys thought about Disenchantment Part 4. What did you think of the reveals, and what did you think of the twist and the ending? Whatever thoughts you have, let me know in the comments below, and also let me know what you think is going to happen past the point of Part 4. Do you think the Evil Bean is going to be brought back to life? Do you think that Mora and Good Bean is going to actually end up being together? Any theories you have, let me know in the comments below. I'm curious to know your thoughts, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will talk to you guys soon. Peace out.